So this job was the best one I could get at the time. The job seemed easy enough, mostly just walking around and making sure nobody broke into the units. But usually nights were pretty uneventful. There was rarely anything to do, and I often found myself scrolling through the internet to pass the time. However, during my second month on the job, something changed. Typically, only a few people walked through this area. It rarely attracted many visitors, especially at night. Most individuals were either at home or in the city center. However, it was the very first time I noticed this guy. He was probably in his late 30s, average height with dark hair and distinct facial lines, had this noticeable mole or mark on his cheek. He'd walk by the front gate around midnight, always wearing the same faded shirt and jeans. At first, I didn't think much of it. People walk by all the time. One night as he passed by, he glanced over and gave me a nod. I nodded back, just being polite. But then, he started showing up more frequently, almost every night. Sometimes he'd walk past, other times he'd just stand in the middle, and sometimes he'd linger near the gate, staring into the facility. It was a bit unsettling. Eventually, he approached the gate while I was on duty.
Quiet night, huh?
He said. I replied, yeah, pretty slow. He introduced himself as Dave. I told him my name was Mike. He repeated it quickly.
Mike. Very nice name, Mike.
And gave a slight grin. Something about the way he said it gave me the creeps. After that, he'd stop by almost every night for a chat. He'd ask me random questions, like how long I'd been working there, or if I ever got bored. Sometimes he'd just stand there in silence, looking past me into the rows of storage units.